Hi everyone and welcome back to the Year 13 Expo. I'm Sophie from Year 13 and I'm so delighted to be joined by Connan and Bernadette from Position Partners. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Sophie.
No worries.
So I'd love to start off with Bernadette. Could you explain who are Position Partners and what do you do? What types of jobs are available?
Okay. So Position Partners, we're a premier, basically, or a distributor of intelligent positioning solutions for a number of markets. So that includes the civil market, the mining market, and also the surveying market. We have over 280 employees now, so roughly about 297 Australia-wide and also within Southeast Asia and New Zealand. So the idea is that we partner with our customers and we provide them with technology and solutions to do a number of things. So that's really to make their work more efficient around the building sphere, and in addition to making their work safer. So we're constantly looking at new and emerging technology, everything that's coming in, the latest and greatest. Artificial intelligence is next on our roadmap. So it's very much a forward-thinking and progressive company. Then in terms of the positions we have available, we've recently developed our own customised field technician apprenticeship program. So we've partnered with Skills Tech, which is TAFE Queensland, and they've helped us develop a program that's really just unique to Position Partners, but that gets and allows for a qualification around auto electrical in the end. We've taken the necessary components from auto electrical and also a qualification called electronics and communication. And we've combined that and we've developed a program where they'll have sort of on-the-job training and theoretical training and training with supervisors and with others, and they'll get to travel. And there's 6 opportunities. So there's 2 in Western Australia, Perth, 1 in Queensland, 1 in Sydney, and 2 in Dandenong in Victoria. The cool thing about us is this is new and amazing, and we know that it will evolve. There'll be a lot of camaraderie, a lot of the apprentices coming together as well, and learning from each other. And we also have other opportunities within our organisation that will be released soon around surveying apprenticeship roles. Specifically, that's centred around phone support, but then they could possibly move into other areas within field support as well. And then in the future, we'd be looking at cadetships. So possibly things like mechatronic cadetships, maybe even sales cadetships as well. So that's really us in a nutshell.
Awesome. And if students are interested, they can reach out to you via your Year 13 profile?
Absolutely, yeah. So first and foremost, we'd love to hear from those people that are interested in the field apprenticeship roles. But for any vested interest in other opportunities, as I mentioned, please write to us as well. We'd love to hear from you.
Amazing. Now, on that note, we're joined by Connan, who works at Position Partners not long out of school. Perhaps you could tell us, what do you do at Position Partners and your journey post-school to get there?
Yeah, so at the moment, my role in Position Partners is a support technician and site service technician. So I do a mixture of 50-50 in the office, in site. So assisting customers with setting up their projects, all the way from beginning them to if they're halfway through or finishing the project and they're having issues. So dealing with data, dealing with GPS and GNSS systems on machines, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Done a couple of mining jobs, solar as well, and then just general building works as well.
Amazing. And what led you to this role and Position Partners post-school?
So I left school at the end of year 10. The learning wasn't for me. I wasn't enjoying school, but I went and got an apprenticeship with Position Partners. So I went through an apprentice company. They paired me with Position Partners. And then from there, I finished that and then got employed full-time by Position Partners. And I've been with them ever since. So it's been really good. I've been there for 4.5 years now. And I'm really enjoying it. I get lots of opportunities, different stuff every day.
Amazing. And when you left school, did you know what you wanted to do?
Yeah, so I only left school once I had the position with position partners. So I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out and do surveying and work in civil construction. So I looked for roles in that kind of field and area. And then once I had that secure job with position partners, I left school.
Nice. And were your friends and family supportive?
Oh, my family was very supportive. Mum and dad, they knew that's what I wanted to do. So they helped me the whole way. And that's good. And my friends as well, it was interesting. Most of my friends stayed in school still, completed up to year 12. But yeah, it's interesting to see the difference. No one can say anything bad about it. So it's been very good, yeah.
That's great. And what advice would you give to a student perhaps at school watching this, thinking about following a similar journey to you?
I'd say if you know what you want to do, or even if you just have a little bit of inkling, go and take that opportunity. But if you do, make sure that it's set up for you, and you can go into something. You don't want to, kind of leave school and not have a plan. But if you have a plan and you know what you want to do, then you can go seize it.
Amazing. So just kind of get started and formulate a plan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
Good advice. And you've talked a little bit about your day and the projects you're on. What does a typical day look like? What time do you get up? How do you get to site? What do you do?
So it depends what I'm doing. If I'm working in the office that day, and we've also recently after COVID started working from home a bit as well. If I'm working from home, I wake up 10 minutes before I have to start work. Typically, if I'm going into the office, I wake up around 6, a little bit of a commute, not bad, start work at 7. On site, if I'm going on site, position partners have given me a work ute. So I have a work ute with all the tools and stuff I need to be able to go do those jobs. And it could be anything from going into the office first at a normal time, or if the job's further out, because we do travel for a lot of jobs, maybe leaving as early as 4, 5 sometimes, which is not too bad. But yeah, it all depends on where you're going and what you're doing that day.
Nice. That's a good picture. And what attributes would you say make a successful position partner employee? Perhaps Bernadette could answer that.
So I think in terms of attributes, you really have to have a growth mindset, because we're always wanting and at what we call the bleeding edge or the cutting edge of technology. You have to be really open to learning all the time. And for us, that's key. And it's not just us sort of directing you in terms of your learning, it's you pursuing it. And what's been really lovely about Connan is that he's been given all these opportunities, partly because they're there, but also partly because he's pursued them. So we want someone with a really growing appetite. And the other key aspect for people that we're looking for is for them to be customer centric. And so that customers are obviously core to our success. So it's around being available, being friendly, being approachable, and really wanting the best for the customer. So they're really probably our top 2 qualities.
That's good advice. And what does the industry look like at the moment more broadly? Do you think Position Partners is cutting edge? Could you explain that for our audience?
Absolutely. Definitely cutting edge. So I think that the way that I guess the world has evolved in the last 12 months in terms of future of work around, I guess it's really expedited that. And we're very much centered around, okay, well, to a degree, what's happened and transpired within the construction industry within Australia, I think we've been quite lucky. So there has been some investment in technology, and over the next 5 years, and the budget was just released today, or last night rather. So we see that our forecast is going to be very positive. Infrastructure is going to continue to grow. There's projects within each state throughout Australia, and even in Southeast Asia, it's the same thing at the moment. And so with that comes, I guess, a lot of resourcing requirements for us, a lot of forward thinking, a lot of opportunity for us then to provide even better solutions to our customers. And in terms of our strategic forecast, we're also, if we talk about the leading edge or the bleeding edge, looking at artificial intelligence as well, and how we include that with our repository of services that we provide.
Bernadette, You've described how Position Partners is really innovative and at the ahead of its field. Do you see that students or school leavers who join Position Partners, is it a career for life?
It is, and I'm genuinely saying that because we have people who come here are lifers. I have never worked, and it's not just around what we provide, factually speaking, around learning. It's the feeling that you get. We have an amazing culture. We're really sort of upbeat, positive. We trust each other. We basically we value each other's ideas, and when you come here, you don't want to leave. So we've got people for the most part on average with 10 to 12 years service and growing. And in terms of then opportunity, you may start, for example, in surveying or in field, and Connan's a good example, but you can move into other areas. So become a supervisor, become a person within sales, you can go into sort of corporate, and there's opportunities everywhere. And we are very big around internal development. So we're more likely to promote within than we are to seek from outside.
Amazing. And Connan, what's on the cards for your future at Position Partners?
At the moment, so I was working in the Sydney office for about 4 years, and I wanted to move up to Brisbane after getting a taste of life up here. So I moved up to our Brisbane office, and yeah, at the moment I'm doing just half field service, half support, but I'm thinking maybe, I'm not sure. I do love field service. I like getting out every day, being outside. It's always new things that challenge me, so it's fun. But yeah, possibly I can take that down so many different paths. There's mining. We also do RPAS, so remote piloted aircraft systems as well. So there's so many different, pathways that I could take that down if I want to. At the moment, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. But like Bernadette said, we're always upskilling internally, doing a lot of training, and there's a lot of opportunities to, pursue different career paths inside of the company. So we'll see where I go in the future.
Amazing. Well, it was so great to hear from you both and about the next steps of for students who want to work at Position Partners or perhaps find out a little bit more. But is there anything that you'd like to add before we wrap up today?
Look, we are an amazing company to work for, and we are looking for, people that are high energy and that really want to stay with us and stick around and grow. So please, if that's you, apply now. We're looking to start the Field Apprentices program roughly in about August this year. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Amazing. Thank you both. And thanks so much for Position Partners for being part of Year 13 Expo. If you'd like to check out the opportunities or make an inquiry, please do, because it sounds like the lovely Bernadette or Connan could potentially really help you out and help you start your career in this sector.